And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. We're getting there day by day, slowly. Like I write in my Substack, we need to be in this together. So hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share with a friend, because the stupidity, the insanity, the chaos, it's not stopping. For example, this morning, Trump had a meltdown, another meltdown on Truth Social. This time, sparked by I don't know, who knows what. But Trump continues to lie. He lies even when his lies are easily refutable. And he then goes and sends out his pundits, his enablers, to spew the same lies. You know, I'll tell you who used to say that. Stalin used to say that. The more you repeat the lie, the more that the lie becomes the truth. And that's what Trump is doing. So it shows. What do these lies show? It shows that he's worse than delusional. It's like almost a state of delirium. And I'll tell you, I looked up delirium. It's a state of acute confusion and altered awareness that can be caused by several factors. Now, I want to be clear about something. I'm not a doctor, not a clinical psychologist, but whatever it is that's going on inside that head of his, something is seriously wrong. Because he started this insanity at 7:30 a.m. with some sort of light fear-mongering about murderers. Let me show you what he said in the clip. In it, he turns around and he says, the Democrats are fighting like hell to keep murderers and all other types of criminals solidly in the United States of America. They have gone crazy and are only getting worse. No, Mr. President, what's actually getting worse is your delirium, your acute state of confusion. He then, of course, turns to prices of gas and groceries, and of course, had to lie there as well. You see, according to Trump, egg prices are down 87%. He pulls these numbers out of his ass. And I'm going to prove to you that it's coming out of his ass. Because right now, at least here in New York, egg prices are around $5.99, around $6 a dozen, which would make the old price, if you turn around and say it's down 87%, it would be a dozen eggs would cost you approximately $50. Let me show you that one. In it, he turns around and he says, gas and grocery prices are way down. Of course, capitalized way down. He wants you to see that, just like I said they would be. Eggs are plentiful and down 87%. Nice. Once again, that would mean that at some point in the last, 2 months, 3 months, prices of eggs were around $50 a dozen. Meanwhile, Trump then turns, of course, to Harvard at around 9:30 a.m. We're going to play like a little bit of a Trump timeline of insanity here, going on a nonsensical rant. All right, in the rant, he turns around and he writes, you can't believe this. Harvard is an anti-Semitic, far-left institution, as are numerous others, would students be accepted from all over the world that want to rip our country apart. The place is a liberal mess, allowing a certain group of crazed lunatics to enter and exit the classroom and spew fake anger and hate. It is truly horrific. Now, since our filings began, they act like they are all American apple pie. Harvard is a threat to democracy, with a lawyer who represents me, who should therefore be forced to resign immediately or be fired. He's not that good anyway, and I hope that my very big and beautiful company, now run by my sons, gets rid of him ASAP. I almost don't even know where to start. It's run by the president who happens to be Jewish. There are Chabads at Harvard and so on. Now, I'm not saying that there's not anti-Semitism at Harvard. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that there wasn't anti-Semitism at Columbia or at Cornell or at University of Pennsylvania. There is. But by the way, there's also anti-Semitism at community colleges. There's anti-Semitism around the world. Certainly, it wasn't the anti-Semites at Harvard who tried to burn down Josh Shapiro's home on the holiday, right? Meanwhile, the last post that I want to show you is Trump ranting about Rupert Murdoch, the president and CEO, or at least the former CEO of Fox News. In it, he turns around and he writes, Rupert Murdoch has told me for years that he is going to get rid of his Fox News, Trump-hating fake pollster, but he has never done so. This pollster has gotten me and MAGA wrong for years. Also, and while he's at it, he should start making changes at the China-loving Wall Street Journal. It sucks. You know, how do you describe a post like that? Well, if it was anyone other than the President of the United States, you would say it's childish, it's churlish, it's immature, it's anger-filled. But when you're talking about the United States of America's president with a post like that, the only word you can use is it's insane. Meanwhile, yesterday, Trump, of course, had another presser to sign some new executive orders, these on education regarding disciplinary policies, regarding AI training and tradecraft. He also met with a whole bunch of wounded soldiers. God bless them. All right. He also turned around and while he was there meeting with these wounded soldiers, he seemed to be like completely checked out as they told him about how they were wounded. They shared their experiences, their stories, and he basically looked like he didn't give a shit. Play the clip.
And we all served together.
Wow.
And Jared over there.
And Jared over there.
So you guys,
So
you guys got hit, huh? Pretty good. You got hit.
pretty good.
Amazing.
We're in a pretty tough area in Kandahar, in the Arkansas River Valley,
Right, it's
outside
tough.
Kandahar.
Their unit had a more than 50% Purple Heart rate, sir.
Wow.
In 2010.
You deserve it. You deserve that and more. We appreciate it so much. Brave, really brave, brilliant people. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
I mean, it's almost like, you're sitting in, I don't know, at the table and your crazy Uncle Joe wants to turn around and, talk about anything other than what you're there. Anybody else have any questions? And so on, questions. Unbelievable. He also then turned around and handed out special coins to these veterans as if they were children, right, at a holiday party. Play the clip.
And I'm going to give you these coins. And I think you're going to really like them. I think they're the best. These are the best coins. And you have your choice. This is gunmetal. I don't know, soldiers like the black, but I think you like this one. It's okay. A lot of soldiers like the black. Here you go. What do you like?
I'll go the black.
Huh?
Yeah.
See? I told you.
It's like, I mean, for God's sakes. Then he goes on and, starts talking about our tariffs with China, which of course has been a very hot topic. Talking about the second largest economy in the world, where 80% of our goods come from. And Trump is asked if he's going to be lowering the tariffs. Play the clip.
Any questions of the guys here?
I want to say thank you to the veterans who are here. Thank you so much for defending us. And then I wanted to ask you, Mr. President, because you said you want to bring the tariffs on China down soon. How soon do you want to bring the tariffs on Chinese goods
Well, that
down?
depends on them. We have a situation where we have a very, very great place. It's called the United States of America, and it's been ripped off for years and years. These people know it. We talked about it before you came in. We've been ripped off by every country in the world practically, and friend and foe. And we're not doing that anymore. So what's happened is Howard, how many countries have we spoken to already?
90.
90. And they all want to make deals, and we're going to make deals, but they're going to be fair deals. They're not going to be rip-off deals. And, we were losing.
Look, let me be very clear. I don't know how they calculate speaking to, It makes no sense at all. 90, according to Howard Lutnick, who's just perpetuating the Trump lie. Because for whatever reason, Trump just continues to lie. He turns around and he says that we've been speaking with China. Won't turn around and say how many times, won't say what they've been discussing. But China this morning, just this morning alone, hours ago, said that there were no negotiations on the table. Let me show you what they turned around and they said themselves. They turned and said, at present, there are absolutely no negotiations on the economy and trade between China and the United States. This, my friends, is coming from the Ministry of Commerce spokesperson, He Yadong, who told reporters in Mandarin, translated by CNBC. There's no negotiations on the economy between the two countries. He added that all sayings regarding progress on bilateral talks should be dismissed. That's basically turning around saying that the president is a fucking liar. And he quotes, if the United States really wants to resolve the problem, it should cancel all the unilateral measures on China. I mean, this you have to now accept as fact. And not because somebody other than Trump is saying it, because when you have one person saying, we're in talks, things are going to happen, they're going to move really fast, and the other side says, we're not in any negotiation, any talks at all, well, which one are you going to believe? Meanwhile, Trump is asked by reporters if he would keep a millionaire tax going. Play that clip.
And then secondly, would you support a millionaire tax?
I think it would be very disruptive because a lot of the millionaires would leave the country. You know, in the old days, they left states. They go from one state to the other. Now with transportation so quick and so easy, they leave countries. You'll lose a lot of money if you do that. And other countries that have done it have lost a lot of people. They lose their wealthy people. That would be bad because the wealthy people pay the tax. Okay?
It's amazing. He's willing to fuck up the entire global economy, which is basically going to hurt the entire silent majority, the entire country, other than, of course, the millionaires. But that's a big problem, right? Because America's so great that to pay a millionaire tax means that you're going to leave. He also is asked about tourists being scared to travel to the United States in case they get detained. Play that clip.
It'll work out very
Do
easily.
you think some people are scared to come here because they hear the stories of tourists who are detained for a few days
No.
or even a week or two?
No, we treat our tourists great. We're the tourism capital of the world. There's no place like this. And there may be a little bit of nationalism, but I doubt it. I actually doubt it, yeah.
It's called delirium. Trust me. Meanwhile, finally, Musk finally says that he's going to be stepping back from Doge next month. Couldn't come fast enough. Maybe, just maybe, because Trump, after all this time, still can't even say Tesla properly. Play the clip.
I also know that he was treated very unfairly by I guess you'd call it the public, by some of the public, not by all of it. He makes an incredible car, everything he does is good, but they took it out on Tesla. And I just thought it was so unfair because he's trying to help the country. But he has helped the country. I also want him to make sure that he's going to be in great shape. And I know he is. I mean, he's going to do great. He loves the country. He didn't need to do this.
It's amazing. Truly amazing. He is hurting everyone, including the people that are sitting there with the cuts to the Veterans Administration, the people who are sitting there that you were dishing out those coins to, Mr. President. Enough is enough. Go back to being a leader. Enough with the bullshit already. Just stop. But you won't do that. And that's why we, as a community, continue to speak out, to fight. We must continue to speak out and fight before it's too late. So with that, I say thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.